never stop at one. I'll take you all on.
At least I'll have the satisfaction of destroying you, Optimus Prime.
You can't remember my name.
The weak shall perish?
Do not believe everything you read.
Hello everybody, I am Cyberverse Prime, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Takara Tomy Optimus Prime with Mechtech trailer from one of the best sequels in the Transformers film franchise, Dark of the Moon. Oh boy. So this is the Transformers Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime with Mechtech trailer. But anyway, yes, this is probably one of my most favorite Dark of the Moon figures that I've ever gotten. I remember getting this guy for Christmas in 2011. Yeah, Christmas 2011, I got this guy, Leader Ironhide, and Leader Sentinel. But I can't remember what other ones that I got. I believe it was I think it was Jolt and Sideswipe that I also got for Christmas. I can't remember, but it was a while ago. It's literally 15 years ago when I got this guy. And yeah, this is such an awesome figure. And if you can find one, this isn't my original piece. My original piece I stupidly sold off, and my second version of this, I believe, was a KO, because nothing was staying together, and the trailer didn't feel quite right, and the Mechtech weapon was just a shit, but it didn't feel as solid as this one does. So what I'm saying is, my second copy was, I think it was a knockoff, and this one feels more like what I remember when I first opened it up. So this is technically my third copy, and honestly, this thing brings back so many memories. I remember as a kid, well, really a young teenager, just taking this guy and just driving, well, not just really playing with him like this and just rolling him around on the floor. To me, this was my G1 Prime. This was G1 Optimus Prime, at least for me. And yeah, so anyway, I have Bumblebee here, not for a comparison, but just to show you what the trailer can do. Let me move Prime. Actually, let me detach Prime real quick. You can flip these. You can flip this forward, and then you can move Prime out of the way for a second. You can come here, and I know you can do this without. Yeah, you can fold that down, and then drive Bumblebee into the trailer and close that back up, and then you can have Prime towing around Bumblebee. You can fit up to 2 deluxes in there, 2 Dark of the Moon deluxes, and sorry I don't have a second one to show you, but you'll just have to take my word on it. It does fit up to 2 Dark of the Moon deluxes. I mean, Bumblebee is here, and then think of another Bumblebee there, so it can hold up to 2 deluxes, which is pretty cool. And then for the trailer itself, to transform it, you take the cooling system here, or the refrigerated part here. That's what this is. This is, on some trailers, this is a refrigeration unit to keep like your frozen meats and your frozen food, nice and cool for when it's being delivered to your local store. Then G1 Optimus Prime fashion, you open it up and then stand it up. And then here you got some pretty cool details. You got the G1 arrow there. You got all this Cybertronian detailing. You got an Autobot logo at the top. And basically what it's meant for is to hold a bunch of Mechtech weapons, but we'll get into that later. This will be off to the side. Here's Optimus Prime himself, and this is such an awesome figure. Okay. The trailer definitely compliments this figure. This is not... I get it. A lot of people do not like this mold. I'm one of them, but for whatever the reason, this version here just... It just feels... I don't know. It does something for me, this version of the mold. The only thing that I don't like about it is the fact that the hood here is the red with blue flames. And that's accurate. But the red flames on the blue, that is not accurate. That is something that I do not like about this figure. Other things that I don't like is... well, mainly the fact that it's just... I don't like the fact that you can see the fake tires there. There's just a lot of... basically what Takara did is they took away the big gas tanks and the solar panels on this figure. Because to be honest, I didn't like that. I did not like the big solar panels on the hood and roof of the truck, and I didn't like the big gas canisters, which now they were supposed to homage his jet wing, his jet wing mode, which I didn't know that at the time, but it is what it is. But nevertheless, to transform him, you want to take this part here and basically untab it and then slide that down. Then you're going to want to take this whole bit here and kind of shift it up. Fold back the wheel well on both sides to where his arms kind of look like this. Next, what I like to do is take the roof and untab it. Then take the gas cans here, rotate them out, and then fold them in just like that. Then I like to take the feet here, fold them down, split the legs, which in doing that splits the whole roof section and down, it's kind of cool how it does that. Then fold down the feet a little bit. Then what you're going to do is you're going to fold in this part here of the rear part of his trailer hitch. You're going to fold that back, or fold that in. Fold that in. Then you're going to stand them up with more accurate looking heels from the film. On the original one, they had jet boosters, which was actually kind of cool in the alt mode. You're going to collapse the roof on the back of the legs, which this dude got some big ass feet. I'm just going to be honest. He got some big ass feet, bro. Bro got some big ass legs and some big ass feet. But anyway, you want to come here to, oh Lord. You want to come here and split the hood apart. Rotate the faux chest up. Stand them up a little better than that. Come back here. Fold down this piece. Flip up the head. Collapse that back. Fold this up. And rotate that piece up. Then come here. Fold the piece up. There is a tab right here where my finger is, and there's a slot right there. And you're going to line that up and tab it in. Same thing over here. Tab it in. Rotate the arms forward. then down. Then what I like to do with these is tuck them in the back here, since they're on ball joints. And then you're supposed to rotate this around to give them like gorilla arms. And that's, I'll just do that for the video since it's part of the transformation. But yep, there he is in robot mode. And definitely not the best thing in the whole world. If I'm going to be honest, this is definitely not my favorite Optimus Prime from Dark of the Moon. Nor is it anybody else's, but I'll be honest here. What Takara did with the mold, they did the best that they could for it. And honestly, I'm not mad. I think they did a pretty good job on an existing mold, you know, that existed for Dark of the Moon. But what I really wish they did was, instead of giving us this, I really wish they just made the trailer and then took the Battle Blades Optimus Prime and remolded the chest and call it a day. Because personally, I think that would have been a much better figure than giving us this. I mean, I'm happy it exists. I'm really happy that this figure exists. But I just wish, to make it feel more exclusive, they should have gave the Battle Blades Optimus Prime its own. Like, they should have done a Dark of the Moon version of that mold, and I think a lot of people would have been happier that way. Plus, it would have benefited by retweaking the hands to having the 3mm port system. I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot of dream people's Bayverse Optimus Prime, is to have the 3mm port system, but with the proportions of Battle Blades, which I'm crossing my fingers that the new Studio Series Prime for 2027 will be that. But anyway, speaking of 3mm port systems, here we have the Mechtech weapon, and I'll admit, having the trailer and the Mechtech weapon being exclusive to this figure and the minor upgrades that they did to it, this Mechtech weapon is pretty cool because it wasn't sold with any other Optimus Prime other than this. So I'll admit, it is kind of cool having this weapon exclusive to him. Basically, it's his ion blaster that he used in the first two films. He did use this briefly in Dark of the Moon, but it was towards the end of the film where he's shooting at the drone ships. And basically, what's cool about it is that it's two of his iconic weapons in one. You got his ion blaster, then you got his Energon sword. Because none of the other Bayverse Dark of the Moon Primes came with his Energon blade, which he did dominantly use in the film. He used it in the beginning, I think even in the middle of the film, and then definitely at the end when he was going up against Sentinel Prime. This is such an iconic weapon for Bayverse Prime, and it's kind of a shame, or it's kind of a crime to not include this weapon with any of his figures. It's just kind of not. I mean, I get people are sick of, like, the Energon Axe for G1 Prime, but I'm sorry, I really like the Energon Axe. But anyway, yep, he can hold the weapon just like that. And he looks cool with it. It looks derpy when it's... Actually, that does look kind of cool. Just, you know, seeing him go, "Not today." I know that was really corny, but I couldn't help it. I'm looking at the camera. I wasn't looking at the figure. I was looking in the camera, and then all I see was, "Not today." That's all I saw. I swear. I was looking at the camera, not at the figure. But yeah, and then you can rotate his arms. I mean, his hand to give him more of a traditional look. So yeah, the figure, in terms of posability, he's got a ball-jointed head. I believe this is the first Optimus with a waist swivel, which is awesome. He's got universal joints here at the shoulders. He's got a mushroom peg bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, mainly for transformation. He's got ball joints here at the wrists, which is pretty cool. And then he's got soft ratcheted hips that go pretty freaking yeah. Put Prime on your soccer team with this leg, and then he can go back that far, and he can go out that far, and then he does have ankle tilt, which is pretty weird for a 2011 figure. But honestly, this Prime was definitely not the best proportioned, but definitely surprisingly one of my favorites in the movie toy line. It's just a shame that most of the Dark of the Moon Primes just didn't really live up to. They definitely didn't live up to the Revenge of the Fallen leader, and that's what really sucks about it. But for this guy, for the Mechtech trailer, you can have him be, in here like the medical bay. But I do have a few things to show off. So here we have a bunch of Mechtech weapons, and this is the whole point of the trailer. Basically, it's supposed to be a weapons rack. You can have Sideswipe's gun here. You can have Bumblebee's gun here. I do have the American release of the Optimus Prime gun. This is actually from my first copy of the figure. So I do have this one. You can put the other Optimus gun here. You have the axe that comes with Fireburst Prime. Put that there. Or maybe somewhere you can see it. Put that there. You have multiple options to have a massive weapons array or weapons platform for your Optimus Prime. And I'll admit, this was the closest thing back then for people who wanted the ring, the annular ring, from the trailer until we got the Studio Series, which I will be reviewing. But I think it's appropriate to review most of the older figures first before I get to Studio Series. And I'm going to be honest, it's pretty nice to get back to some Bayverse stuff, because I'm not going to lie, I've missed this. But anyway, you get the idea. So that has been my video review of the Transformers Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime with Mechtech trailer. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video review. I certainly enjoyed giving you guys a nice close-up look at this figure and how it works, and just a pretty good start off to the 15th anniversary. I'm actually pretty happy with this figure, and it was nice to take a look back at it. And for a 15-year-old figure, it's still not that bad. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in, and my next review won't be on a character that appeared in the movie. It'll be someone a little bit cooler. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. See ya.